guys, how you doing? This is Manga Section. I'm here to bring the review for Kill Blue Manga Chapter 2. So this chapter was kind of a drag as well, but I feel like some of the things I said in my review for Chapter 1 may not come to fruition. Fruitation? You get what I'm trying to say here. So basically, we spend this whole chapter where we have our main character. He's going to school still. Previously, we see that he's love learning, but although being I think he's 30, a 30-year-old man on the inside, he still has problems within school, and that's basically what this chapter is about. He's having problems with math, and he's trying to find a way to overcome his problem. He's trying to do it himself. He's trying to list help in others, people that he's known previously, but he can't seem to get the help, and this leads to him making his first friend, if you will. And now, while I was reading this chapter, two thoughts were circling within my mind. There's one, I thought you said you had problem with kids, and two, this is dragging. Let's get to the action for the week, because that's how I said it was gonna be, like a villain of the week kind of thing, where I thought that the series was gonna fall into a pattern or formula, if you will. One would be him going to school, blah 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 blah. Something happens at the end of the chapter. Villain of the week. We'll move on to the next week. So that's what I was waiting for throughout the whole chapter, and the whole. I thought you didn't do well with kids kind of thing was kind of answered in the chapter, where he states that he's never really put himself in a situation where he has to deal with kids. And fair enough, if you're not putting yourself in a situation, you're gonna have trouble with it. So he basically doesn't have trouble with kids, as we've seen within this chapter, and as he's pretty stated, if he wants to, he can pretty much do it. He can pretty much talk to kids. We've seen it. And the friend that he makes, I do think he'd be around more. At one point, I did think that maybe there was something special about this kid within himself. Maybe he was never an assassin turned into kids. Maybe, I don't know. But I thought he'd be more of a point, and I simply only thought that because when he started to talk to the villain of the week, that thought came into mind. But I don't think he is going to be of that importance. But I do think we will probably see more of him. So we did get to the action of the week once the villain of the week came into fruition, if that's the word I'm looking for. But the action wasn't all that. He came along riding, and then our main character quickly dealt with him, dashed the laptop in there with him. That was that. That was it. That was done. All right, fair enough. So as we're closing off the chapter, we have the main character talking to his ex, and we basically learn more about this wasp bite. I think I said the bee bite in chapter 1, but he was turned into a kid via wasp bite, and we found out a little bit more about that, more so the company behind the attack. And we also find out that the daughter of the person who runs this company just so happens, quite coincidental, is in the same class as our main character. Ogami, that's his name. Ogami, so he's in the same class as him. So we learned that at the end of the chapter, that pretty much shut down my idea of that, how we'll be playing the villain of a week for a certain amount of weeks until the series kicks off, and I'm glad for that. If it is the case, I'm going to just looking this off early so the story can take off a bit more faster than it is, because I'd still think that things that are going on are pretty bit slow. There's even a bit in the chapter in the I read the official release on Manga Plus, and it says you can skip over this bit or you can skim over this bit, and that's basically when he's talking about how the realism, not the realism, is being adopted realistic kind of thing. So I still think things are moving a bit slow, but I feel like from now onwards it probably will pick up quite a bit, so I'm happy for that. However, still not really digging it, still not really feeling the main character. Just supporting characters are not really that great either. We haven't seen much of the ex, but she seems a bit because she wasn't willing to help, so I don't know if that makes her a bit of a female dog, if you will. And we have the guy who's basically helping Ogami outright. I have no opinion on him either. So for me personally, the characters are all bland at this present moment in time, and I need some more character from them. So for those reasons, I am going to give this a 2-star rating. And like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.